Good day, everyone. Today is Holy Thursday. Here's a reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Before the feast of Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come to pass from this world to the Father. He loved his own in the world, and he loved them to the end. The devil had already induced Judas, son of Simon the Iscariot, to hand him over. So during supper, fully aware that the Father had put everything into his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God, he rose from supper and took off his outer garments. He took a towel and tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and dry them with the towel around his waist. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Master, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus answered and said to him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but you will understand later." Peter said to him, "You will never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "Unless I wash you, you will have no inheritance with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Master, then not only my feet, but my hands and head as well." Jesus said to him, "Whoever has bathed has no need except to have his feet washed, for he is clean all over. So you are clean, but not all." For he knew who would betray him. For this reason he said, "Not all of you are clean." So when he had washed their feet and put his garments back on and reclined at table again, he said to them, "Do you realize what I have done for you? You call me teacher and master, and rightly so, for indeed I am. If I therefore, the master and teacher, have washed your feet, you ought to wash one another's feet. I have given you a model to follow, so that as I have done for you, you should also do." The Gospel of the Lord. So today being Holy Thursday, during the evening there is a Mass of the Lord's Supper, during which there is a washing of feet. Now you may have noticed that the meal the apostles and Jesus were partaking of was a Passover meal. Now you may be aware that Passover does not begin until tomorrow evening at sundown. Now I do not know why they are a day apart, or if they're always a day apart. But what I do know is that the Passover and the Easter Triduum, which is what we are beginning, the Passover and Easter Triduum always encompass the same weekend. And that is not a coincidence. Now, Jesus and the apostles were all Jewish. And our Christian faith is rooted very much in Jewish tradition. So Jesus, he came not to abolish Scripture, not to abolish the Old Testament prophecies, but rather to fulfill them. He came not to be served or to lord himself over us, but rather he came to serve. So he came to serve. And that is what we are all called to do as well, which is why he gave us a model which to follow. And you think about it, you could go on that mission trip, you could do some volunteer work, you could pursue a celibate vocation, or if you're married, you could open yourself to the possibility of raising children, or if none of those apply to you, you could consider tithing, giving of your resources or your wealth to help others do what they need to do to serve others, to love and serve all, to serve the church. Everyone who's in charge of the church is serving. They're not being served, right up to and including the Pope. Everybody is serving. Everybody is loving and serving all those around them, and that's what we're all called to do. So I encourage you to think about that, and I hope you all have a really blessed Easter Triduum, because I mean, Easter Triduum is a pretty big deal. This is the culmination of everything we've been working toward through all the Lenten season. And it's in fact Easter at the very end of it, once Lent is finally over. That's arguably the biggest holiday on the Christian calendar. So I look forward to these next few days. I hope you do as well. And peace out.